Hello everyone, it is me, Game Warrior, today bringing you a commentary I've been wanting to make for a long time, and I've actually had to do it multiple times to get it right. I want to talk about the Thompson, the gunslinger, especially in combination, and first of all, uh, ways that the gunslinger can be nerfed efficiently without breaking the game or the weapon, and being able to still be viable. And then I want to talk about the Thompson and the ways that can be nerfed. Just gonna press 1. Oh, the sentry has been destroyed. So, if you don't know what the gunslinger does, which, why are you watching this video? Um, the gunslinger is a weapon that, lets you, is a wrench. It's more like a electronic arm thing that instead of doing them like Southern Hospitality with bleeding or the jag with, the production rate, it makes it so that you build mini sentries, which are faster, building sentries that deal decent amounts of damage, I would say, decent amounts of damage, and are built much faster and only cost 100 mil to build. So the issue with this is they never miss a shot, and they do about 12 damage per shot, and they shoot very quickly and can easily kill most classes in the game, and are basically the bane of scouts and rocket jumping. And rocket jumping soldiers. Sorry, I'm gonna try and focus on this, but it's gonna not be the easiest thing to do. With, of course, all the having to play and things. So it's the bane of scouts and rocket jumping soldiers, and the reason for that is it never misses a shot, and it does like 10 damage, 20, or I believe the most is 15 on bullet spread servers and on non-bullet damage spread servers. It's about 12 damage on non-damage spread servers. I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are, but it's around there. It's very powerful. I'm not sure how much it's seen in Highlander. I just talking from a public match point of view. For someone who plays on public matches, this is actually a Valve server. Say about that what you will. And this is mostly from the point of view of a normal Team versus Super player. If you want a like professional point of view, then go watch Star's video on the same subject about the Thompson in particular. Today we'll be focusing more on the gunslinger from a more balanced point of view from someone who plays on public servers. So the reason the gunslinger, first of all, Valve knows everyone hates it. There's been so much people like Shibby and Star that they know exist, Germa, and general community hate towards the gunslinger. They know everybody hates it. If they don't know everybody hates it, then they've got some issues up in Valve. Like, they really should be able to tell what the community thinks of certain weapons and how often weapons are used. I rarely see Engies with anything but the gunslinger, or the jag. Those are pretty much your two options: the gunslinger or the jag. You can occasionally get away with using using a stock wrench, but almost all the time you're going to be using the gunslinger or the jag. I never see any of the other wrenches used ever when I play, and I never use them because they're all really bad compared to the jag, the stock, and the gunslinger. There's really no reason to not use the gunslinger, the jag, or the stock wrench. Because the stock wrench, there are no downsides. The jag, you build buildings faster. It's a very nice upside that a lot of people like don't take for granted enough, or do take for granted and just don't like realize how good it is. It's actually a lot better than people think it is, especially with the Rescue Ranger. It's very powerful to be able to use the Jag to build your sentries faster after you put them away. So those are basically the three wrenches that we will be always seeing. The Gunslinger, which is, I can guarantee you, the most common. The Jag, probably the second most common, and of course the stock wrench. So yeah. So the Gunslinger is almost always what you're gonna see. You're not gonna see much variety for what is used on Engie. I wish specifically you get more secondaries, because you pretty much, your options are there's really no point to build a teleporter here. Your options are pretty much the Wrangler or the pistol. Actually using a strange pistol. Besides that, your options for secondaries are pretty much the pistol or the Wrangler. But besides that, trying to get to the Gunslinger here. The Gunslinger, I wish there were one of three things that I imagined for the Gunslinger that would make it more fair. Not actually, just fair. You could have just shot me. That's a raid for another day. Make it more fair. Either reduces damage significantly, because as I said earlier, it does a good 10 to 15 damage easily. It only costs 100 metal to build, which means you can just spam it, and if you kill somebody, that's another free mini sentry. You get right on the fly. And if you pick up a medium ammo kit, that's another free mini sentry. And you can already build two, so it's very easy to get more ammo, because there are lots of ammo packs around most maps, besides of course Arena. And on Arena, if you kill somebody, then you get a automatic 100 metal. So it's very easy to build them. So I wish that they dealt less damage, around like 2 to 5 damage, because again, they never miss a shot and do fire quite quickly. So I think that it'd still be a good weapon, even nerfed that dramatically, which is kind of an issue. When a weapon can be nerfed so dramatically and still be a good weapon, there's a big problem, because that shows, oh, our team is lovely. That shows just how overpowered a weapon is. Sorry, it's difficult to talk and play. When that happens, it's very obvious that a weapon is too good to be a thing, and that it needs to be nerfed, at least slightly. Another nerf I've seen that's I like a lot personally, is make it so that mini sentries only have 1 health, which is something that would still make mini sentries good, because with that 1 health, you still have perfect aim, and you deal 10 to 12 damage, just assuming that you don't nerf the damage along with it. You still have that really good damage, and if they don't attack it, then you, sorry. If they don't attack it, then you deal a lot of damage. I am almost certain we're gonna lose this round because of our team. Whatever. Oh god, gotta get that revenge, bro. So, sorry, what was I talking about? So, yes, make it have 1 health. So that way you can turn, deal literally 1 damage, and still be able to destroy it. This is more of a changing it professional-wise, because there's that 1 rocket that you need to destroy the mini sentry this is for more what I've heard from the professional community about what a good nerf would be for like UGC Highlander or things like that 6v6. Make it have one health, 'cause that's that one scattergun shot that could kill the heavy, or that's the one rocket that could kill the medic. And I really like that a lot. I think it'd be very good change, and it would still be very balanced, other than what we have now, because it's very obvious and it's very recognized by the community. And from what I know, part of the professional community also recognizes that the gunslinger is overpowered, straight up overpowered, at least. And I've actually analyzed it myself personally. I've tested it in multiple different ways, multiple different loadouts. It's insanely good. It's really too good for what Engie is supposed to be, because you get these Engies like me using the Thompson that can just spam everything. I can spam my pistol. So I have 200 ammo with my pistol. I can spam my Thompson because it's infinite ammo. I can spam mini sentry. So if you keep spamming, you need to make the spam weaker. That's where both of those come in. And the third one that I personally think is the best nerf, but the one that I personally like the least, make it 101 ammo. Make it 101 ammo to build a mini sentry. If you do that, that will nerf it ridiculously while still being very good. It's something that not a lot of people understand. I've heard a lot of people saying that it'd be very bad if that nerf ever was a thing. But I personally believe it's the best nerf and is kind of necessary. And this is, again, more of that professional type of playstyle, where it's more oriented to professional players and the upper skill level of Engies, with the fact that you are a spy and somehow backstabbed me. So when you have that, when it costs 101 metal, you can't just plop one down, have it be destroyed by a soldier instantly, and then put one down again. You can't do that. It costs 101 metal, so you need to plan out more carefully where you put the sentry and what happens to the sentry. Like right now would have been very simple if I didn't fall into the pit, because I could have just put another sentry down immediately and nothing would have happened. Moving on to the Thompson after those three nerfs. The Thompson, Valve, tone this thing down. It's ridiculous. It's been ridiculous since its release. It's a laser gun, first off, so that means it does not have any ammo. It does not take ammo. It has infinite ammo and can never run out of ammo. You can never stop shooting this thing unless you do need to reload. It does have a 4 clip size. Deals a little bit less damage from what I can tell. Actually, it deals more damage because on close range, if you're a spy, on close range, it deals about 50-40 damage, and mid range it also deals about 50-40 damage, and in long range it goes down to 30s-20s. But just the fact that it has infinite ammo makes all the stats on it ridiculous. Like, you can, again, this is more oriented to the nerfs that a professional community would appreciate. When you have something that can completely make a medic useless, unless they are using the vaccinator. And I don't think the vaccinator is going to be good because of the pumps, and I think that medics are going to keep using the other miniguns, specifically the quick fix. I think they would much rather use the quick fix, which isn't always that common of a minigun, instead of using the vaccinator. I believe the quick fix was actually banned in a UGC or 66 Highlander, from what I do know. So you can't actually use a quick fix, so that's probably a bad example, because it is very good at healing. But I think, I don't think we're ever going to see the vaccinator in its current state. ever in professional. I've never seen it used, and I will probably never see it used because it is not a good weapon as it currently stands. A soldier has his shotgun or his melee. A pyro has a shotgun or his melee. A demo has his melee, or could be demo knighting, which is a less common strategy, so you don't even have a resistance for that. A scout has a melee, although scouts are a large bit more ineffective versus a vaccinated or medic. But but the three main types, bullet, um, explosion, and fire, I believe are the only three types. The explosion and fire are completely negated. You also don't have a melee resistance, which would be kind of weird, but I think would also make the vaccinator much more viable. And I think they can just remove the minus 50% overheal rate. I think that's honestly one of the things keeping the vaccinator back is because getting that overheal is incredibly important. Damn it, Spy. So getting that overheal is incredibly important. And I wish they would just remove that downside because it's really not necessary. I think that it would actually be a good weapon and used semi-often if it didn't have that downside. That downside is pretty much the only reason that I can see why it's not used. It builds Uber much faster and can be and the Uber can be used much earlier, allowing for very early pushes and being very aggressive. What am I talking about? I'm supposed to be talking about the pumps in here. This is just a general item balancing thing. I guess I'm gonna have like a 40-minute long video of everything that needs to be balanced for it to do. Going back to the Gunslinger, more specifically the Thompson. The Thompson being able to get rid of Uber, it's just ridiculous. There's no reason for it. The cloak, even if it didn't have all these upsides on here, does not require ammo. Projectiles cannot be deflected on hit. Victim loses 10% of Medibeam or Medigun charge. And on hit, victim loses 20% cloak. There's no reason for all of those. So just the fact that it is a laser weapon, which means not ammo, and the projectiles can't be deflected, that would be reason enough for this to be an amazing weapon. Maybe reduce the amount of spy cloak to about 5% and get rid of the medic. And it would be a balanced weapon, but as it currently stands, it is not a balanced weapon. Especially in that 6v6 or Highlander servers, which I have seen quite a bit of. And I know I started this commentary by saying this would be more of a casual perspective, but in casual, it's still ridiculous. For upper level players, you can't do anything about it. It passes through players. So what do you do about it? You can't do anything about it. The smart thing would be to make this a hit scan weapon and have it not penetrate players, or have it be a projectile and not penetrate players, or at least make it so that a heavy or a soldier or a demoman can take the hit for the medic, and even if it does go through and hit the medic, that the medic does not lose overcharge. I think that would be I think we need that on here, and it'd still be an incredible weapon. Again, with the Gunslinger, when a weapon can be extremely good even after insane nerfs, that shows that it's too good. That it needs to be toned down, and that it needs to be changed significantly. That's my personal take on it. I'm not sure how all you feel. So, I guess since we're doing general class medic things about like balancing, I can go back to the vaccinator. The vaccinator is used for very aggressive, very early pushes versus an enemy. From what from rarely seeing it and from my own theory crafting, use it for incredibly early pushes against a explosive, fire, or bullet heavy team, and are able to push most likely used on an offensive team. I don't see a use for it on defense in a, why am I stuck? Am I in the main sentry? I don't see a real use for it on defense in at least 66 or Highlander matches. It be used for very aggressive early pushes to allow it to outspeed quick fix and crits, medics. And if they took away that 50% overkill decrease rate, I honestly think this would be a very good weapon. It would be used commonly. It would be seen more often, and it would be just a more common all-around useful weapon. Because right now, as it stands, there's no reason for that minus 50% overheal rate, because no one uses it. I've never seen a medic since the vaccinator released using the vaccinator at least at full effectiveness. I've never seen a vaccinator medic win a game. Does it have auto reload? I don't have auto reload on, for sure. Oh, also on the gunslinger, it gave him plus 50 HP. Why? Just why? Just stop it, Valve. Stop giving me more reason to use this incredibly good weapon. So back on the vaccinator. I love the weapon. I truly do love the weapon. It's just not a good weapon. The concept of it is brilliant, I have to say. I've major props to Valve on saying it, but just the way that they balanced it isn't smart. It's not smart at all. It's idiotic, in fact. The way they changed, or the way they made the weapon, it doesn't make sense. It genuinely doesn't make sense to me why you would make it have this arbitrary seeming downside that just shouldn't be there, and especially shouldn't be there now after Valve has seen it's not a common used weapon. Like, and the community never talks about it. When have you seen? I've never personally seen any professional matches for Team Fortress 2 where a vaccinator was used competitively and won the game. Moving on, I guess we can talk about thinking of something. I think those are mostly the two things I wanted to talk about. The three things: the gunslinger, the Pumpson, and the vaccinator. I guess I can talk about Pyro and the new Extinguisher Pulse Plumber. Or, it's not really new. It's actually kind of, it's a very old weapon. It's a very classic weapon. It just has a, from what I know, I haven't played Team Fortress 2 in the most common or the most recent of times. I have gotten back into it in the past few weeks, but I wasn't around for the big update that added all these new weapons and made everything happy fun times bonanza base jumper. I wasn't really around for that, but from what I know, the extinguisher was a part of that. The extinguisher is a piece of crap now. There's no reason to use the extinguisher over the flare gun, or at least the back scratcher. The reason being is that the back scratcher gives plus HP on health packs. I wish that the pirate something like the candy cane that gave a health pack on kill. But it doesn't matter, you shouldn't be targeted by a medic either way. If you are, he's most likely overing you with crits. He's not going to be trying to kill you. So I personally don't understand why more people don't use the back scratcher. In my opinion, it's one of my favorite weapons in the game. Definitely my favorite pirate weapon. Also, like these, I wish that they just made every weapon in the game viable. That's all I'm asking. I don't want every game or every weapon in the game to be super powerful and like break the game. I just want them to be viable. I want to see them used. It seems like the submachine gun and the cleaner's carbine. Make the cleaner's carbine like the KGB, and watch how many people actually use it with success. So from what I've seen, the cleaner carbine is a piece of crap now. The 8-second mini crits don't matter at all. It's an extra about 19 damage, what can I tell? The sniper no scope. And in scope, it doesn't really matter because you should be getting those headshots unless you're using Sydney Sleeper, in which case, why are you using one of, like, my argument against the cleaner's carbine is just use this stock. You end up dealing more damage over a longer period of time. Or at least a shorter period of time, which is what you want. You don't want to completely forget what I just said. You want damage over a short period of time. You want the maximum number of damage over the shortest period of time. Because when you do that, that means you deal more damage. Generally, because it means you don't get killed. And if you don't get killed, you're dealing more damage. So the stock SMG deals more effective damage because you can deal more damage quicker. Anything in Team Fortress 2 that allows you to do something quicker, whether it be movement speed, which is why the gunboats are almost always seen, from what I can tell, on Soldier. The running gloves of boxing are almost always used on heavy. I really don't see any other melees besides the running gloves of boxing, although melee on heavy isn't exactly the most important thing.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
And like stuff like that, like anything that allows you to do something faster in Team Fortress 2 means you get something better in Team Fortress 2. I have to agree with Star on that. Like the degreaser, the faster weapon switch, works perfectly with the flare gun, which also makes the extinguisher pointless now, because it only deals mini crits. And don't tell me it can deal crits from behind, because if you are on fire, why are you not turned around yet? That really shows that there's an issue with the player, and it's not issue with the player being attacked and not the pyro being good. Because you cannot airblast someone to look backwards. What are you doing? You cannot airblast someone to look backwards. You can airblast someone to get farther away from you, but you cannot airblast them to look backwards. So if you get a extinguisher crit, it's probably because you're versus a cozy caper sniper that can't tell. That's the only legitimate way I can tell that you got a extinguisher crit. The extinguisher was kind of ridiculous, being the only weapon that was really used ever for pyro melee. But now there's no reason not to use the back scratcher. The back scratcher is, in my opinion, one of the best weapons for pyro, because it allows you to heal health faster. When you don't need a medic, all you need is a medium health pack, and you have 75% of your HP back. It's gonna be a long video, I can tell. You get most of your HP back from you get 75% of your HP back from a medium health kit with the back scratcher equipped. And you will also deal much more damage. 75% or 25% more damage if I am correct. And you get like 3/8 of your HP completely. You get about 1/4 of your HP with the backtrack from a small health kit. You get about 1/4 of your HP back. With a backcatcher, you get 1/8 of your HP back, and that is about like 10 health, I think. And that is ridiculously more useful than it sounds. You would be surprised. So there's no reason not to use the bass catcher right now. I think I might be leaving out some other pyro melee. The homewrecker, the homewrecker, the power jack, and the bass catcher are really the only three usable pyro melees that I see, that I can see and say, yes, that is statistically the weapon. The homewrecker, because Engies are very important on a team. We actually do have a pyro. I really want that pyro to be using a homewrecker, because homewrecker is amazing. It's an amazing weapon. I wish more people used it and more people were able to support on a non-support class. But whatever, that's just my dream. No, not the dispenser. No. And I end up destroying my own sentry. Ugh. So, there are three only real competitive spy, or not spy, pyro melees. There's really no point to using any of the others, because they're all really bad, to be honest, compared to the other three I was just talking about. There's no reason to use the other ones. And I think honestly, when Valve puts every weapon on the same playing field is when they'll start to make more weapons. Because right now, there's so many things in Team Fortress 2 that are just unbalanced, like the Gunslinger, which I'm using right now, the Popson, which I'm using right now. The Vaccinator is unbalanced in a negative way. So is the Extinguisher or the Postal Plumber, whichever you use. I wish they would tone down the Market Gardener.
Or get recorded.
Like
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I'm already recording. Sorry about that. I wish they would tone down the Market Gardener a little bit. Like maybe make it so that you minus 10 HP or something.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
I don't know. The Market Gardener, I don't really have an issue with. If someone Market Gardeners me, I tip my cap to them and say, good game, well played, you are a good soldier. When someone kills me with the direct hit, that is not when I tip my cap and say, oh, he's that guy using the direct hit. Not that I have an issue with the direct hit. Probably a necessary item to have in the game, because Engies like to build nest of sentries. I'm just saying, there are certain things in this game that you would much prefer to be killed by. Like, you don't want to be killed by that Gunslinger Pyro and his mini sentry. You want to be killed by that level 3 sentry. You want to be killed by that level 3 sentry, and it feels fair. I think honestly, the reason that most people hate weapons is because they don't. When they get killed by them, it's not a fair death. It's not something that you can say. Also, top scored with the slowed cause why not? There's no reason, like, not to use certain weapons over others. Like earlier, there's no reason to use the Vaccinator. Like, there's no reason to. I really like this loadout personally, the scattergun. There's really no reason to not use the scattergun or the force of nature, because dealing damage quickly is super important. The pistol, the secondary, is much more changeable per scout, but you have these options, and they're not really options, they're just there because, oh, I had different weapons. So it doesn't really, like, matter that you have all those choices, because you're only going to use 2.
Mission begins in
I have seen some success with the babyface blaster, sure, but the shortstop and the soda popper I've never seen used competitively or in a public server. I've never seen those weapons. I've never seen those weapons really used.
That sucks. There's RB Blur with the spy.
I think the heavy's gonna get it. So you have all these choices, but you're only gonna use 3 out of 5. There's no reason to use the others. The secondary on Scout is much more open. I prefer to just use the full stock layout because it makes me feel safe knowing that I won't get instantly destroyed by Devilman. It's very calming to know that I won't get instantly killed by Devilman soldiers with the candy cane, or instantly demolished by pyros with the pretty always pocket pistol. And I've said before, I've given such praise to the babyface blaster with the pretty always pocket pistol and the sorry, and the okay, bro. Bat battle. Let's just swing our melees forever. Running away now. Okay, so there's really no reason to have all these weapons unless they're all used. And there's always going to be weapons that are outshined by others for some glaring issue that for some reason Valve doesn't know, or whatever, or that's not glaringly obvious.
I would fucking kill for like right now, seriously.
I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna finish this. Talk about my sweet escape from the heavy. So I think Valve really just needs. I think the complaint about Valve not adding weapons, they're trying to fix the game. Like, I really think that they're trying to balance out the game. I don't personally have the beta. I wish that the beta was open and open for critique. I really wish that it was an open beta testing place that you could go and download for free and help beta test the game. I really wish that that was a thing. But it's not currently a thing. And that I feel leads to a lot of decisions being made by people who play the game on a non-professional level. Or don't. I feel like if they had free beta testers, or I'm not sure how it works exactly, but you could download it and it wouldn't get updates, and you could give comments about what you think of the beta, and Valve could analyze that and see what was the most common response. They could have bots do it. They could have like like a survey after the beta testing, after a couple of rounds, or whenever you feel like it, or like when you're something like before using this, how do you think it works, or how do you think it will work, or after using this, how has your opinion changed, or something like that, and have it be a fill-in survey that you either like fill in a custom response and they go over it with probably humans. I'm not sure how you do that with robots, or that you have a standard survey that's gone over by bots, which I wouldn't mind. I would very much like something like that. I wish they would use the community more for ideas on how to build their weapons, because the weapons are the most important part of Team Fortress 2, not the hats. It's the fun, Valve making money, and then the weapons. And when the weapons aren't balanced, I feel like we lose a little bit part of this game. So that's my sort of rant going on for about like 40 minutes now. I'm going to finish the commentary playing Scout. Not sure if I'm going to lose. I am, by the way, not hiring, but I am making a team for 66 Highlander. And I will be playing the Scout, Pyro, or the Engineer. I will most likely only use 3 wrenches. Or 3 melees for the Pyro. Or 3 scatterguns for Scout. Or like, it just comes in 3s, basically. So I should be finding a team. Specifically, my friends list is not a completely serious team, although I would like to have some success with it and like be able to find a good team. That does not mean I'm hiring, so please do not spam request me for that. I will accept friend requests. Although if you are a bot telling me that one of my oldest, dearest friends that from the Netherlands and like knows you in person wants to add me, and you can type like 5,000 words a minute, don't add me if you're gonna do that, cause please. I've almost been fished once before, barely almost fished. It's actually, I guess I can tell that story. No, you don't get your concher. You don't get your concher. So I can actually tell the story. A friend sent me, or a quote-unquote friend sent me a link. And I actually didn't tell that it was a fishing link at first. I didn't know what fishing was. I was actually watching a video from Unknown Venom about fishing. As I was like going onto the site. And I was actually just done watching it. When I figured out it was a fishing site, I didn't put my account in. I actually found out because I always have the automatic login when Steam is like a plugin thing, when it's actually like connected to Steam. I do not have an auto login when it is not a Steam thing. So when it is telling me that I need to put in my full login, and I just got done watching this video about fishing, I find out that it's a Steam, like Steam.com or whatever. Steam community, whatever. STEAN. I immediately reported that person for trying to fish me, which I really don't hate those people. I just think like they most likely got fished. It's a long circle, but it's very automated and hard to control once it gets started. We have 35 seconds here. I'm going to play to the end of the round. We're gonna lose. It's already a long enough commentary as it is. I got to rant. Ranting is something I very much do appreciate doing from time to time. Where is that sentry?
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Where is the sentry?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overtime.
Come on, guys. We did it, guys. You guys are all good. You guys are all my friends. You can all add me on Steam. Ah, God, I'm tired. It's like 9:40. I'm actually probably gonna like start uploading this and then like go to bed. Like, you know, most of the videos I do. I think like all of them I like finish recording the series, start uploading them, and then just go to bed. Is that how everyone does it? I want to get a kill with my strange pistol. I like just got the day. I'm trying to get a strange scattergun. But of course you can't trade gifted items for like a week or whatever. You're a spy. You're not a spy. Oh, that was the wrong time to taunt. Oh, get back on the cart, get back on the cart! If I had just stayed on the cart. Oh, God. I'm so tired. actually, I guess, something here. I will accept friend request. If you wanna trade me for something I have, I'm probably not gonna give it to you. Because if it's a stock weapon, which is probably what you wanna, or if it's a normal, which is probably what you wanna buy, Scrap to TF. I never buy weapons again. Never bought a single weapon besides the rocket jumper since about 2 years ago, when I found out like Scrap TF was a thing. Mind I just keep going. Oh shit. Go 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 go. It's like Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid 93, Return of the Ancient Dead Snake. And the aggressive duck. God, my like hard drive is going to break at this like 40-minute long video. I'm surprised my fraps hasn't crashed yet, to be honest. Oh, get wrecked. Right there. Dude, don't blow my hiding spot, like so hidden. Don't blow my hiding spot, bro. Why are you doing this? Gonna push the cart a little bit. Some damage. I'm really bad with these guys again. So again, on my 6v6 Highlander team, I genuinely just need to rebuild. That does not mean add me to try and get my 6v6 Highlander team. That means like that's an update, like I'm making a 6v6 Highlander team. Okay, so I'm responding again.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my goodness, how do I use this thing?
Guys, push the cart, 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 push the cart into the hole. The hole wins you the game. Oh god, bye bye. See you later.
Attention. 5 minutes left in the mission.
We have 5 minutes, and we have a level 3 sentry right outside their door, or right outside his coach point. Choke point. I think we'll win. I think we just won. GG guys. Making 3rd place. I'll see you next time. I am so tired.